manager.
No. All the fares will be on me. It's my way of saying thanks for everything you've done for me.
For God's sake, don't be ridiculous.
Why not? We could have a ball.
You're serious, aren't you?
Yes.
Colleen, it is a wonderful, kind, generous offer, but I couldn't possibly take you up on it.
Why not? You're due for long service leave, aren't you?
Yes.
There you go. You've got the time. I've got money. It's simple. I know I'm behaving irrationally, but I don't care. It's just something I feel I've got to do. All my life I've had to worry about money. I've had to plan for the future. Even this trip. Pat and I had planned that before we married. So now it's just one day at a time. Well, come on. Are you going to be my travelling companion or not?
Oh, you know I'd love to, but... Well,
we could be in London this time next week. Where's your sense of adventure, girl?
Oh, at the back of a drawer somewhere, I
Then
think.
find it.
Oh, Colleen, you've just got to give me time to think.
All right. I'll let you think about it.
Come on, Cash, you've got to stop giving yourself such a hard time. Bobby probably really does have the flu.
I tried to kill her, Jude. Only natural she'd feel off whenever I was around. Reckon I made a mistake being born.
You said it.
Oh, stop that, Phyllis. Can't you see she's very depressed? Oh, sorry.
But she's in hospital, isn't she? The doctors are looking after her. They'll find out what's wrong with her and she'll be back with us in no time.
You think so?
I know, sir.
Hannah's being deported.
Oh,
They
no.
said we never get good news around here.
For God's sake, why?
Because of her West German passport. They'll only accept refugees from communist countries. I mean, the fact that she escaped from one doesn't seem to make any difference. Her passport says she's from West Germany.
I don't know what you're grizzling about. I reckon they're doing us a favour.
You'll do me a favour by butting out.
Oh, that's not fair. Hannah told me she sold everything she owned to get that passport.
Well, couldn't she appeal? I mean, what about her relatives?
Well, this Werner bloke reckons that if they come forward, she could be granted residency. But I mean, by the time that happens, she'll probably be back in Germany.
Oh, red tape, don't you love it?
Anyway, there is some good news. We have our first open day next weekend.
Hey, good one.
And I asked Mrs. Reynolds if we could make it a fete.
That's wonderful news.
Oh, we can have stalls and decorations and everything.
We used to have fates when I was in the Girl Guides, raise money for our trips and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what we can sell, but I sure will think of something.
Well, we don't have much time, so we better get ourselves organised.
Right.
Bought you some more.
Oh, good, thanks. Just pop them on the desk. You've been speaking to Colleen this morning.
Yes, talk about a bombshell. I've never seen her quite so excited.
Understandable. I've been avoiding it, but I think we ought to have a talk about Jonathan.
Yes, sir. I suppose we should.
From what Colleen's told me, I'm not the only one to have had the wool pulled over my eyes.
And I had no idea you were seeing him.
Oh, likewise, he made quite sure of that.
I feel so stupid about it. I mean, to have been taken in like that.
Well, how do you think I feel? I fell for the man 25 years ago. I, of all people, should have known better.
And I'm so sorry.
I'm just glad for your sake the whole thing came to light when it did.
Well, for both our sakes, surely.
Well, whatever Jonathan Edmonds has done, he did do me some good in a way. I'd managed to convince myself that the surgeon had removed my femininity when he removed that breast, and, it's crazy, I know, but my little fling stopped me feeling that way.
Has he been charged?
And not before time. Attempting to incite murder.
Good. Well, he's left quite a trail of destruction behind him. It'll take Parker some time to get over this, and Mitchell too, no doubt.
I was afraid he might have destroyed our friendship, too. Glad he hasn't, Meg.
Where's Cass? It's not like her to be late.
No idea. She said she had to see someone and took off.
You never believe what I just heard.
Tries.
Well, Mr. Manning and Mrs. O'Shea were talking in the corridor, and Mr. Manning said that Mrs. Powell has resigned.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. Gosh, I'm starving.
Talk about a stroke of luck. This fate is just what we need.
Where's that?
Screws will let us bring things in from the outside. Plasticine, finger paint, cocaine, mandrill.
Have you heard the news?
Rack off.
Well, I just thought you'd like to know what I just heard.
You heard Nick off.
Oh, all right, if you don't want to know.
Well, you realise they're going to have to get a new deputy governor.
You can bet your boots the freak will be the first to apply.
A lovely turn of events.
We're going to have to stop her getting it, aren't we?
Oh, you mean Bobby has got the flu?
No, love. The freak has got high hopes.
I just want to see her. Just for a minute, just to tell her I'm sorry. Can't I see her just for a minute?
I'm sorry, Cass. Bobby's had a terrible shock. She needs time to get over it. Let her come to you when she's ready.
How can I let him do that to me, Mrs. Reynolds?
You've got no choice, Cass. That's why Dr. Edmonds will be punished for what he did.
I'm the one who ought to be punished. I tried to kill her.
Come on. Don't you think you've punished yourself enough?
Miss Reynolds, she won't even talk to me.
Yes, can I help you? What do you want?
I heard that he'd passed on. I'm sorry. I'd like to help with the expenses, the funeral costs. It seems
I don't want your money. Now get out.
Be reasonable, Miss Milsom. There was nothing I could do, you know that.
You could have taken a taxi. You were too drunk to walk, let alone drive.
That's a lie! Look, you saw it. He stepped out in front of me. I couldn't stop. If you say that in court, I'll pay all the expenses, whatever you like.
I'll say whatever I have to say to make sure they put you behind bars, Mr. Priest.
All right. Fine. I'll just have to say that the silly old bastard stepped out in front of me, Your Honor.
Get out! Get out of this shop!
Man, surely it's not that bad. I mean, West Germany's a free country, just like Australia.
My husband is political prisoner.
Yes, but you're away from all of that now. They can't get you anymore.
They get me, Judy. I escape. They get me for that. I will have accident, you see? I'd rather die here in Australia.
Oh, poor Hannah. I wish we could do something.
Now, there you go, Hannah. Here's a clean one.
Thank you, Cass. What is this?
Well, I heard him a little bit, that's all. Watch the telly now.
She's feeling a bit low, love. Silly thing cut her wrists.
To kill herself?
Here, you're leaving?
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to tell you.
Oh, it's all right. I know how busy you can be. I'll be sorry to see you go, of course.
Of course.
Naturally, I applied for the Deputy Governor's job as soon as Mrs. Reynolds told me.
Thought you might.
Well, there was no hurry. After all, I'm the logical choice.
Well, if there's one thing guaranteed to make trouble at Wentworth, it's your being made Deputy Governor again, Joan.
And why is that, Mrs. Powell?
Because you are the most deceitful, overbearing officer I've ever come across. You don't give a damn about these women or anybody, and you show it with every move you make.
Well, certainly took you a long time to get that off your chest, didn't it? Why the sudden revelation?